What's up, guys? It's your brother from another mother, Coach Kam Izzwan. Betul ke impian boleh menjadi nyata? Today we have a special guest all the way back during my college time. Masa mula-mula saya habis belajar, terus saya kenal kawan saya ni lah. Before we start, tak kisah you all dekat mana, please support misi kami untuk membantu dan mengurangkan 1% obesity di dalam Malaysia by liking and following our channel dan share dengan kawan-kawan you all. Welcome to our second episode of KIP, Kam Izzwan Podcast. Di channel kami, saya berkongsi tentang fakta sains, kesihatan dan pada masa sama, saya invite credible and successful individual in their respective field. Who is this special guest of mine? Dia baru saja dinobatkan sebagai juara keseluruhan untuk kategori bina badan dalam pertandingan MPC Regional 2 hari lepas. Baru sangat ni. Dia juga telah berjaya menjuarai di peringkat negeri dan juga antarabangsa seperti juara keseluruhan untuk Mr. KL 2022, juara keseluruhan untuk Battle of Titan 2019 di Malaysia, and another one adalah tempat keempat untuk WFF Korea. Dia lebih dikenali sebagai Edmond. So Edmond, thank you very much for coming by to share a bit of your cerita and experience. Today we're going to touch on 6 topics, 6 topik yang kami akan sentuh ya. Pertama, macam mana Edmond dan saya berkenalan, how we met. Dan yang kedua, when you started lifting weight, this is very interesting. I nak you all dengar juga this part. Yang ketiga, as a competitive athlete, macam mana dia mengasihkan masa dia, juggle his time between competition and also work. Yang kelima, dia akan bagi advice kepada anda semua yang nak jadi seperti atlet. And last but not least, mindset. Well, we're going to discuss about the mindset later. Now, Edmond.
Yep.
Okay, can you share a bit with the viewer how we actually met?
We met. I think the first time was dalam gym, eh?
Yeah, oh yeah, betul.
Yeah, I remember that was like when I was 18, 2006, 2006, yes. Exactly 2007.
About that, I think so.
2007.
Yeah.
Tahun 2007. Aku ada belikan yang card access for all the gyms. Boleh trial sini sana. I go to every gym except the one behind my house because I know all the junior competitors are there.
Right.
Back then, our friend, you,
Right.
few of the junior competitors. So eventually, I actually make up my mind and wanted to compete.
Right.
So that's when I first step into the gym.
What
Tengok sikit.
I can recall how I actually meet Edmond. I was working part-time that time for a supplement company. And that time, the supplement company was a small office in a gym.
Yes.
And I was working there part-time, I think seminggu 3 kali ke macam tu lah. Then after the working hours, pukul 6 tu, I nak work out. Then I saw this dude, this boy. That time was a boy lah. He was wearing baju warna putih, long sleeve, sweater. Macam poyo gila mamat ni. Lah pakai sweater dalam gym panas tau, you know. But he was lifting really, really heavy. I still remember that time was like, I can't remember what was the deadlift, but it was really heavy, probably 160.
I think it should be around 140.
140. Also, he was benching like 120 kilo macam tu lah. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, kuat gila. Like, I do not know whether he's a boy, he's a teen, ke he's an adult. But when he turned around, look at his face, like, shit, he's a boy. Budak. You tengok kat muka dia pun still baby face kan. But anyway, yeah, that was the first time. And from there, we start chatting. And dia pun beli supplement macam tu. So that was when we met. And that time, I baru just started competing as a junior.
Yes.
Yeah, I was still junior at that time. I think I was 21.
And then after that, you were the one who guided me. The first year, we all go in like a blur boy like that. I still remember, you know, we look at all the abang, and we were like small boy, and I don't know what the hell we are doing there, dehydrating, and then somebody tell us to drink Gatorade, and stop drinking water 1 week before the comp. And we were just like going there dehydrated, don't know what the hell we are doing.
Yeah.
After that, you know, makan like orang gila like that. Yeah, that was the first year. Second year, I think you learned from somewhere. You were the one who guided me. And that was the first time I won my first victory in a bodybuilding competition, which is a junior.
Yeah.
And Selangor Junior Champion, which is year 2020 berapa
Before 2010 for sure.
Yes. I think 2008 7
Should be last.
6 7 8 yes.
Because that
2008
because 2008 and 9 ada serious competition. Serious as in like, you know, when you're in open category, you have to focus more. When I was in junior, it was just bodoh. I still remember the first time competing, we went together to 7-Eleven, dehydrated. Oh, I think I'm dehydrated. We have to buy water. Drink 100 plus. Damn. Bodoh. So what I can tell you guys, you know, when you don't have knowledge, we don't have knowledge at that period of time, we do stupid things assuming that we're doing something right. Kan? We fikir balik macam bodoh gila kan.
Lagi dah makan salad, salad apple sebelum competition mixed with tuna fish. Like what the hell is that, man?
Exactly. Then after that, I dah focus competition, dia pun focus competition. From there, his body just transformed lah.
Yep.
It just transformed.
Change.
That's when we start knowing each other, competing together. At the same time pun, he was doing his ACCA.
Oh yeah. I was still doing my accounting at the time. Yeah, and then I was working part-time in the supplement shop.
Yeah, along with me.
Yes.
That time I kerja supplement shop too as a manager lah. Kan, he works on the weekends saja.
Actually, I remember I actually benefited a lot from all the things that you did. Because
What I did.
yeah, like the first year, 2007, you were still junior. I think 2008, you were in the open already.
Yeah.
So that was the time you got serious, and then you guided me, and that's how I won. Then after that, there was some dispute between you and our former employer, and then I don't know, he was trying to prove a point. I happened to be lucky that he insisted. Back then, coach, which is Wong, yeah, and then Wong guided me. That's how I got this far, man.
So, apa yang you have to take away lah? We just summarize that part ya. You have to be disciplined. One, second, you have to believe with the right knowledge and the right guidance and be consistent. So that was how many years ago, bro?
Not think back.
More than 10 years. About that lah. And he's still competing. And he just won last few days ago. Yeah. So that's consistent lah. For me, I decided to quit bodybuilding because I want to focus on my career. And we're going to discuss later juga lah, career in terms of work-wise. Okay. And when you start lifting, you already mentioned that you started at the age of, 18, 19 kan?
I started approaching gym around the age of like 14. Back then,
Taekwondo.
Badan kecil kan. Badan kecil selalu kena bully kan. Betul kena bully ya. Tapi tubuh tak kuat tendang pun tak kuat kan. Then trying to improve the strength a little bit. But in a way, unfortunately, we didn't know how to train for MMA back then. There was no such thing as MMA. You know, all the martial arts was very traditional, and we just lift weights in the traditional way, which is bodybuilding.
Right.
And that's how I ended up here.
Betul juga.
Yeah.
I remember juga I asked the same question, like why you start lifting weight? Because you were doing taekwondo, right?
Yes,
Karate,
yes.
something like that. Then he likes lifting heavier and heavier and heavier. Then he gets stronger and stronger. That's why I mentioned dalam gym too. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, why he's so strong one? Kan? I dah berapa tahun pun tak sekuat macam dia. But yeah, he deserves it lah. Now, as a competitive athlete, how do you juggle your time between your family, your work, and also your comp?
This question, I think, if you're talking about like few months sebelum competition, masih okay lagi. Few months sebelum competition, but it's more of like a consistency.
Okay.
I'm not a person that like to hang out with friends and all, so it's still okay. I personally, aku kerja in Singapore, so I come back every 2 weeks to KL to see my daughter and to see my family. So it's not so bad. And then every night I will just Zoom call with my daughter, in her mom, the three of us. But as I get closer to the comp, yeah, that's when things get a little bit balanced.
Of course.
Yeah,
Maybe we can share that part. I can share my part why one of the reasons why I quit competitive bodybuilding or competitive sports, and you can share your part, like why that happened.
yeah.
Okay, let's start from you lah.
Okay. First of all, as you get closer to the competition, especially 1 month out, it really eats into you. The diet, of course, it only gets harder and harder. You start lowering down your calories, and then of course, like 3 weeks out, you probably need to crash your calories also. You know, if you're a big guy, normally you're eating like 3,000, 4,000 calories. When you're crashing it down, you're probably down to like 2,000-ish on the zero carbs. On zero carbs, you have the low carb day, and then you probably get to replenish a little bit on a carb loading day. Yeah, these kind of things slowly eats into you, and then also at the same time, you know, you need to juggle with the work. Of course, work comes first, right? I mean, without work, you can't generate money. That happens, you know, for the family and for yourself, for everything. So the rest of the time is just work. And then until like, especially the final week before competition, that's when every shit happen lah. Kau kena potong sodium lah, potong carbs, you feel lethargic, lain pun complain perangai kau. Aku tak apa-apa, aku diam je kan. Kita tengah stone kan kadang-kadang. All we need is some sort of understanding. A lot of my clients, they can understand, but unfortunately some don't lah.
Yeah.
You know, some, they are a little bit more picky, then they will say, why you acting like this? Biasa lah. Kita pun kena put a smile on the face. I'm okay.
Okay, so this part, I know you'll remember this part. He's going through that phase. So my last competition was, I mean, the recent one I competed for powerlifting, but it wasn't 100% serious. But the really serious one was back in 2018. I did compete in also powerlifting. I won the Asia title, seluruh Asia. And all my clients, I told them 3 months before I start my competition, I told all my clients, just to let you know, my competition is in August. By bulan July to training session, we're going to cut down. Instead of 3 times a week, once a week. They're like, why? Why Kam? Like, I need to focus to my comp. Meaning, you dengar daripada what Edmond mentioned tadi kan? Yes, we prioritize our clients and our work first. But when we have one goal in mind, to win, you masuk suka-suka ke? People masuk nak menang. Right. You compete because you want to win, so you will do whatever it takes. So during that period, like regardless of powerlifting, within 1 month we dah memang 100% serious, but we plan in advance. Bodybuilding, they always plan in advance. Cuma the final few weeks, they go crazy. So I don't like that because it does affect with my mood and also my work. It's not a bad thing, it's just the byproduct of the process. So all my clients tahu benda tu. And I reached to a point whereby my client masuk, my old gym lah kan, my client masuk, it was pin number. I was sleeping on the chair. Because I nap most of the time. Do you nap most of the time? Because you're damn tired. Lethargic tau. It's beyond tired. You dah tidur, you bangun. Oh my God, I'm tired. I still need more sleep. It's that feeling lah. That feeling I don't like. But after that, you just like work like normal. So that interfere with my mood, which affect with my work. I'm not saying that you cannot work. It's just that it will affect with your work lah, your mood semua.
Yeah.
So that's one of the main reasons why I quit competitive sports. Because when you compete, you want to win. Nobody masuk suka-suka unless you guys are masuk suka-suka lah. If you nak masuk untuk menang, memang the mindset is different. And we're going to discuss about mindset later.
Yes.
Okay? Right, cool. So the next thing. What's your next plan in terms of competitive sports and also work-wise? We start with sports.
Right now, I just won the NPC regional KL.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, the IFBB, they have new regulations that if you want to participate in a pro qualifier, IFBB pro qualifier, you must first participate in the regional.
Mm.
Of course, a lot of people, they will jump straight into the pro qualifier because they think that regional is just a participation, right? For me, I see things differently. Like some people, they do come and tell me that, okay, your body peaks so many times in a year or what.
Right.
I don't really believe in that.
Right.
I remember you told me Johnny Jackson used to compete
Strong.
more than 12 times in a year. Yeah, and for those top pros, they don't even know whether their body peak. And you as an amateur, who compete once a year, think that your body can only peak once, I think you're strongly mistaken for something lah. Yeah, so all you need to do is get into condition, compete, see whether you're satisfied. If you're not, redo the whole thing, use a month. 1 month is more than enough to redo the whole thing, compete again, until you find the right formula,
right,
for the competition. And all I can say is the right formula is more and more discipline.
Yeah.
That's all. When things gets harder, that's when you're doing things right.
Right.
It's just as simple as that. So, my next com is basically the IVB Pro Qualifier in Hong Kong.
When is that?
September.
Oh, okay, not far.
Yeah.
8 months.
Mid of September. And may God's will, if kalau boleh menang,
another pro.
Yep. And then there will be either for year 2023, because I don't see a point of competing in the pro league. When you clearly know where is your disadvantage, which size.
Right.
Yeah. As much as you want to compete 212, also you need to weigh at least 212 on stage. I'm not 212 on stage yet. Now on stage, I think I still can go down a little bit more, probably like 86. Yeah. Previously, the past competitions, I've been competing at 89, 88. Yeah, I believe I can go down a little bit more, probably 86 plus. I think that would be like the maximum breakness.
Right.
Yeah, I believe I can do that. So,
do you think that, or maybe you're gonna try physique just for fun?
no, my body, I don't think
Physique pula. Apa tu? Classic.
I can't make it for classic.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the reason why I only participate in bodybuilding in the NPC regional, because I'm about 7 kilos overweight. Yeah. Yeah, you need to have some height and all, and I don't really have long clavicle also. Should aku narrow kan?
Narrow, yeah.
All the while, probably sama ke?
Betul.
Yeah, so that's the sports wise.
Okay, I nak sentuh sikit regarding what the sports wise. So when he mentioned about clavicle, kenapa dia punya shoulder limbs tak panjang semua, dia ada kena mengena with a sports style, because genetic plays a lot of roles in sports. If your body is designed for 100 meter, better you focus 100 meter. Tak payah suka-suka nak try full marathon. You can, doesn't matter. It's almost the same thing, kan, running. But if your body is designed for that. So I saja kacau dia. Kata, why not try physique? He knows his weakness. So why not focus at your strength? And he also planned what he mentioned regarding about peaking tu kan. Dulu pun I thought like that, because I dengar cakap orang. Orang kata, 1 year you only can peak once or twice. But if you, what he said lah, you plan your nutrition, you plan your training program, and the program, they call it periodization. You want to focus, this is your peaking, this is when you're resting, this is when you're growing. So for sure, he has his own nutritional plan, he has his own training program. So jangan assume, macam I kata tadi lah kan, when we were juniors, we assume, oh shit, I'm dying, we need 100 plus now, or else dehydrated, die. We bodoh-bodoh je. But once you have someone guide, like for him, he has someone who's guiding him, for sure, they know what they're doing. So kepada mereka kat luar sana yang nak jadi athlete, don't assume you tengok TikTok and YouTube, you dah tahu semua benda. Which those are what people are currently doing. They look at TikTok, look at YouTube, I know already how they do it. Okay lah, I can become an athlete. Go ahead.
No, I think I strongly believe a lot of people, they overestimate their knowledge when it comes to training and food and nutrition. They overestimate themselves and they push the responsibility to all the, extra supplements, which I think it's very bad.
Yeah.
And which is not true also. You can inject however you want. You can take as many supplements as you want. You're not going to get there when your basics not right.
Right.
And you'll be surprised that when you explore more into training and food and nutrition, there are actually many things that you don't know. about at all.
100%.
Yeah. And that is what makes a lot of difference.
Okay, since you bring up that topic, it's not part of the topic, but since you bring up that supplement topic, we're going to discuss lah on the surface. You can say whatever you want. So we're going to discuss about supplementation as in whey protein, creatine, whatever, and supplementation as super supplement. So Edmond mentioned about super supplement. There are people out there that encourage or advocate that if you really want to become a bodybuilder, you have to enhance. So what's your view to those out there that advocate people you have to enhance if you want to transform?
Okay, I think it comes down to first of all personal choice, and second of all whether you are training for competition or not. When you just want to have a nice physique, you just want to show it, to people, I think it's better you work on your training and your food and nutrition. I believe with these two things, when you get things right, you don't really need any enhancement.
Yeah.
Unless you're of certain age lah, macam like the babe upload ke. But that one you can actually seek for, advice from doctor as well.
Okay.
Like get on the TRT routine.
Okay.
Supplement yourself with a little bit of growth hormone enhancer or growth hormone itself. But that it's best that you seek advice from the expert, which is the doctors, endocrine doctors, specialists, and the doctor, which is what do you call that? Those doctors, women panggil gynecologist, laki panggil apa? Okay lah, yang untuk laki punya they will test the test level, then after that they will prescribe you accordingly lah.
Basically about hormone therapy lah.
Yes, hormone therapy. I think that's more than enough already.
Yeah.
I have clients just on that. That was actually quite crazy lah. He actually managed to lose like 10 kilo of body fats.
Wow.
Yeah, but he's extremely strict with the diet. Then after that, he realized that how strong the so-called enhancement was actually getting, and how far the edge that he actually having over other people with just a little bit. But the problem is, a lot of people ingat, 1 ml tak cukup, aku masuk 2 ml. 2 ml tak cukup, aku masuk 4 ml. 4 ml tak cukup lagi, aku masuk 6 ml. Ni shoulder tak cukup besar, aku masuk shoulder.
Yes.
Kita dulu macam tu masuk sini, masuk sana, masuk sini, masuk sana. No, forget about it.
Okay, a quick story about that also, regarding what orang pakai just abuse lah. We call it abuse. So competitive athlete, many competitive athlete, they are user. They know what they're doing. Not everyone, but most of them. But ramai juga orang kat luar sana are abuser. They think that, I'm actually not big enough, I need to take more. By believing more is better. Okay. So the cerita nak kongsi kat sini, one of my former client, this was back in 2019. One day he just DM me on Instagram. He said, I want to meet you. I need your help. He's a trainer.
Okay.
He was a trainer. Why I say was? Kejap. He was a trainer, contacted me, came here with the parents. Mother and father came down. So it was at the end there. I was sitting at the back. Came to my table, sat down, kata, Kam, I need your help. Kata like, bro, I spoke to him. Kata, I tahu yang you tahu semua ni kan? Dia kata, yeah, I know, but I need your help in terms of food wise. And I asked like, why do you need my help? Actually, I got cancer stage 4. I'm like, bro, you need doctor, not me. Kata, I already met doctor. I'm like, then why do you think I can help you? Like, I'm desperate. I just need someone in terms of nutrition wise. So he told me lah. So he had cancer. Okay, he had cancer. I tanya like, how do you get cancer? Of course, we cannot have satu benda yang kata we got cancer kan. But for him, he just point out it was him abusing. Then I kata like, how can you abuse? I think on Instagram pun tak adalah nampak macam besar gila kan. Oh, it's actually my friends in the gym just give me whatever and I took it. I'm like, what do you do? I don't know. Yeah, that's the part lah. Like, I kata, what do you do? I don't know. Sometimes they give me blue color. Sometimes they give me red color. So sometimes masuk ni, masuk tu. I'm like, bro, kalau I bagi tahi, you makan tak? Like, of course tak. Sebab saya tahu tu tahi. Exactly. Because now you don't know. You just ambil je. Because you're friend. So what happened to him? The next day, I designed a meal plan. I gave to him. Then we follow up. We follow up after 14 days. This is what the part I mentioned to you. We follow up, man. Follow up, no reply. Maybe he's very busy. Maybe he's in the hospital. Delay 3 days later, contacted him, no reply. His father contacted me. The father contacted me, kata, I'm sorry, Tuan Kam, anak saya sekian-sekian sudah kembali ke rahmatullah. Means he's dead. And he was only 27. When he came and see me that time, he was botak dah tau. Like, memang you know he's under chemotherapy. First, I don't know. Then we say, I actually cancer stage 4. He buka aja, was shit. Oh my God. So I'm not telling you all you are made steroid, you kena cancer. Tak. But this dude yang kata, he don't know what he's taking. He's abusing. You know, he really don't know what he's taking. He's just ambil because kawan dia bagi. So kepada mereka kan luar sana yang ambil kawan bagi, if you don't know what you're doing, there are possibility that you're going to damage yourself. So I'm going to touch on that part lah. Don't be abuser because your friend tells you what to do. If your friend also tak tahu tengah buat apa. So yeah, that's regarding about competition. Sorry, I have to touch on that part.
Yeah, that's the sad truth.
Yeah, the sad truth. Okay, that's regarding about competitive sports. You dah plan in terms of working wise.
Work-wise, basically, because I'm working for myself. Yeah, I'm also a personal trainer in Singapore, and
Maybe you can share that part. Like, how do you tiba-tiba sesat at Singapore from Malaysia? Because last time we worked with each other, sama-sama kan. Then I went to Aussie.
yeah, why is this in Singapore? Long story short, desperate lah. Desperate lah. Don't know, tak tahu nak buat apa kan. Malaysia, it's very limited. Actually, I did not compete. I think after you stopped, not too long after that, I stopped competing as well after Australia.
Was it?
Because that was like 20, I think 20, when I was 21, I think I won the junior. Then 22, I followed Wong. That was the first year I compete open. 23 was the Penang one. 22 or 23 was the Penang one. And then after, I think at 23, I took 1 year off. Then 24, I dapat anak girl.
Yeah.
I got the news already. Then 25, I became a father. Then after that, 25 until about 30 years old, yeah, I never compete at all until 2019.
Oh.
Yeah, because that time I was just focusing. I think I tried. I remember I tried to compete. Man of Steel. Well, I looked bad, man. I wasn't able to focus at all. I didn't have the budget. You know, I didn't have the time.
Right.
I was just desperate to compete. Like, I say everybody compete. I just want to compete. And then I bring shit on stage. That was the first time I bring shit on stage. After that, I tell myself, okay, maybe my time is over. And that was the time I go and watch, you know, some of our juniors competing in Mr. Malaysia and on. I was like, I remember I was in Penang, to get them. Like, hey, what the hell? It should be me. So it's out of desperation. So that's how I start in Singapore. But then again, this is very personal. I went there and a lot of people ask me, what do you think about Singapore? Before I go there, I get a lot of negative feedback. A lot of people who go to Singapore, people always say that, you know, the place sucks, it's very stressful, it's very fast paced. You know, the people there are not nice. I totally find the opposite. I find the people there are super nice. At least with me. People are minding their business. I love their place.
Right.
And dapat cari makan lah. That's the most important thing.
Of course. Especially orang yang dah ada family kan. So, yeah. Speaking of, you are running a business in Singapore. How do people get to find you there? Kepada mereka yang tengah tonton, for those of you who are watching, regardless you're in Singapore, you're in JB, how do they get in touch with you?
My gym is actually located at Tanjong Pagar.
Okay.
Tanjong Pagar Plaza, to be exact. It's very, very near to the Tanjong Pagar MRT. So, I'm actually operating a very small,
Private studio lah.
Yeah, it's a private studio. So, we only focus on one-to-one person training.
Faham? Similar to us also. Can.
Yeah.
What's your advice to everyone out there regards to being a competitive athlete? I know just now we spoke about supplement. Okay. Everything okay, bro? Okay. We spoke about supplement, super supplement, and normal supplement. Now, how would you advise to someone that wants to compete as a competitive athlete? regards to their nutrition-wise, regards to their lifestyle. Like let's say some average Joe, no knowledge, bad lifestyle, yang baru je habis uni lah, contoh kan, and approach you kata, hey bro, I want to become like you.
So what's my advice to him?
Yeah.
First of all, be ready to sacrifice. You're gonna sacrifice a lot,
Very.
and yeah, that's the first thing. You're probably gonna sacrifice things that you might later regret in life.
Such as
To be honest, time for a family, especially.
right.
Yeah, to a certain extent, I wouldn't put the blame entirely on bodybuilding, you know. But yeah, but bodybuilding eats up a lot of the time. So make sure that you just don't regret later in life. You know, putting blame on everything like if only I never compete, you know, I would have been this, that. I'm not that kind of person.
Right.
So at least, you know, I just leave on and move forward. Yeah, just make sure that it doesn't happen to you. I think it can happen to many people.
Agree.
Yeah. So sacrifice is one of the biggest thing. And secondly, I think this is very important. Find someone who knows their stuff to coach you, to guide you. And when I say know their stuff, I'm talking about everything, not just how much roids to use. Roids, food, nutrition, training. Yeah, actually, roids is the least important, to be honest.
Very true.
I think there's nothing fancy about that. If you get your food nutrition right, you get your training right, you can go very far. You know, the super supplements, it's more or less the same. You can use this, everybody can use this as well.
Agree.
So technically, there's not much of unfairness over there.
Right.
You know, you actually want to be the one who use the least and still win. You know, instead of the one who use the most win. Because if you use a lot and you win only like, you know, state competitions, all this, how far are you gonna go, man?
Exactly.
Then after that, what's next?
Betul.
You know, when you go to international level, like, how you gonna compete with them? But you talk about size, they are all giants.
Betul.
Yeah, so that's the advice I would give. So focus, be ready to sacrifice, and get someone whom you really think that know their stuff to guide you, especially the food nutrition and training.
Agree.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna add on that regards to those yang nak jadi competitive athlete. Number one, sacrifice. I did mention just now, when I was competing, there's so many things I have to let go. One of it is I have to tell my client that we cannot train more often because I was focusing on competition. Ni kalau you nak menang lah jadi champion kan. Number two, someone is knowledgeable. Even for me, that time when I just became an athlete for open class, I was still reading. Even though I achieved to a certain extent, I know there's so many things I don't know. The more you know is actually the more you don't know. Then you need to find someone yang memang tahu. So one of the reasons I went to Australia is because I was trying to learn from people yang much more pandai daripada saya lah. Can. And what Edmond mentioned just now, people are using or abusing drugs. So during my time competing in Australia, I was competing in the drug tested competition. Okay.
IMBA, right?
IMBA. It's drug tested di mana after I won my category and my overall whatever, they look at me when I did my urine test. Basically, that dude was looking at my penis being in a cup. Like literally, I'm like, excuse me. Like, no. I have to look to see whether that's your urine or not. So I was okay lah. I can change them to fine. Okay, I'm just telling you the process. I'm telling you the process. What happened? Okay, after pee inside the cup, give to them. 3 weeks later, they will update. They will update publicly whether I'm a user atau I'm a natty. So when they announce I'm a natty, okay lah, fine. I know that. The thing is, the following week, when I got the result, I competed in a competition. Some dude from Tasmania ke mana tau datang to Victoria punya competition. I won Melbourne. Then I competed for Victoria. Dia macam Selangor dengan KL lah. Sebelah-sebelah je. So I went to Victoria. People saw me, people yang nampak Instagram and also Facebook, they know that I will win. And I know I will win because I think I was the best in that state kan. Tiba-tiba someone from Tasmania came down. He's huge, bro. He's slightly smaller than you, but he's huge. I was like, fuck, this is not Natty ni. Okay lah, I think macam ni tak logik ni. Kan, macam tak logik lah kan. So, we competed. I won my division. He won his division. Fine, I accept it. Then, overall, he got first, I got second. Fine lah, I accept it because I'm that short. That guy is actually quite tall.
I think I know which one you're talking about. I think you showed me.
Yeah. Then, after comparison, he menang. I tak sakit hati. I have to accept it kan. The thing is, 2 weeks later, because it's a tested competition kan, that dude got caught. The funny thing, he did not get caught with steroid. He got caught with opium. I was like, takkan he took opium to get huge like that now? I was like, what the fuck is this guy using now? So what I want to point out kat sini, if you guys nak compete as a competitive athlete, regardless in physique, bodybuilding, whatever, and if you want to use, make sure you choose the sport yang you boleh guna.
Yeah.
Jangan choose the sport you will not cheat kan. You want to get the overhand. Macam, these are natural people, I'm not gonna steroid. Like, why? If you know there's a federation you can use lah. Masuklah federation tu. I think this Mamat, I'm close with him actually back in Melbourne. I'm close with him. When he got caught, I was like, bro, were you high when you compete? Because he's on opium. So maybe he was high when he was competing. Maybe. You know? So then lah, itu je lah yang aku kasi dengan you guys regarding about using enhancement. If you guys nak compete, macam Edmond kata tadi, nombor satu, you have to be prepared to sacrifice. Yes, very true. Your time, your commitment, also, the having fun part, you have to let go. Number two is, you have to find someone that is knowledgeable. Make sure diorang bukan berkongsi pengalaman saja, but they know what they're talking about. They really know. It's not like, dulu I got six pack, I buat macam ni. Then you buat macam, kenapa tak jadi ya? They cannot answer. Then they're just sharing their own experience, not facts. Yep. And lastly, if you do want to use enhancement, make sure you find a competition that suits your goal. Jangan jadi cheater, because once you kena tangkap, like my friend, he kena tangkap because he used opium for bodybuilding, which I don't know why, but that's him, right? Now, last topic. How do you set a mindset to be a winner? This is what semua orang kena tahu. Because semua orang ingat, nak jadi bodybuilder ni senang je. You buy supplement, you take steroid, you go to the gym, train hardcore, dah jadi bodybuilder. How do you set that mindset to be a winner? Like, how do you know that you're going to win?
How do you know you're going to win? I think first thing, you never underestimate your competition. Regardless if it is states or if it is an international competition, you never ever underestimate the competitors, because first of all, you don't know who is coming. And when you're training, when you're tired, you always think that kalau kau curi tulang sekarang, orang tengah rajin. You train the part that you hate, and you're complaining, pain, you tak keluar apa-apa, aku tak buat. Maybe that is other people's strength,
right?
You might hate your chest because your chest is not growing. You love your arm because the arm is damn big, but chest might be some people's strength.
Right.
You might lose because of your chest,
right?
And because you are not training hard enough for it. It's just as simple as that. And basically that's the mindset you gotta have.
Okay, so he said a mindset di mana there are people out there that's better than him, that he have to work him out.
Yeah. Atau
bekerja lebih keras daripada orang tu.
Yeah. It's all about how.
Of course, there are days yang kita rasa, oh my god, penatnya hari ni. Can I just tidur? Can I just not focus on my diet this week because I feel sad, my kucing mati? There are people out there, they sedih, they just broke up. I am one of them juga. Okay, there's one period of my life when we were working together, I was planning to compete, then shit happens to me, I just lost 8 kilos of weight. Macam tu je, 8 kilos of weight within 1 month because shit happened to me. So that's part of my journey lah. But after that, dah tahu dah, I focus on the competition. That was the year actually I transformed a lot.
Oh yeah.
The year that I felt a lot of pain. So I can advise this part, to be winner, to add on lah what Edmond said, you have to always think there are people better than you. So how do you beat them? Try to work harder. than them. Just focus like, you know what, I'm going to compete this competition. I'm happy with my six-pack, but I know there must be someone out there better than me. I'm going to work harder.
Yes.
Can.
Yes.
And also, what I want to add on is whatever pain you have in your life now, heartbroken, kucing mati, makanan tak cukup sedap, whatever lah kan, focus that pain as your source of energy to motivate you. Because it helps us a lot. Kalau you're in pain now and just shit, oh she left me, oh shit, my kucing mati sedihnya.
The shit is actually energy source. It's whether you want to use it as an energy source or not. It's a very, very, very strong energy source. The shittier it is, the better it is. I think the only biggest shit that will actually pull you down is financial.
Right. Betul.
Yeah, if you got no money, sorry bro.
Right.
You jadi makan first, man.
Of course. You have to.
Makan pun tak cukup, I cannot lah.
Of course lah, you say, oh shit, tak ada duit. Of course you have to work. Yeah, of course you have to work. But apart from that, let's say you, oh shit, got no money, you didn't do anything, duduk juga, still you in deep shit tau. Same dalam kesakitan lah, if you're in love, your kucing mati, whatever, but you just sitting down in the home and, fuck, why this happened to me, my life is so miserable. It's not going to do anything at all. Why not just use that pain that you have, temporary pain, focus on something else to forget.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised that it can actually push you further than what you can do.
It's true.
Okay? All right. So, to recap, advice from Edmond. If you want to be a competitive athlete, 2 things. You have to sacrifice.
Yes.
Second, someone knowledgeable. And I add on that choose the sports that suits you. If you want to enhance, use sports that you enhance. If you don't want to enhance, choose nanti competition.
Choose the right category.
Yeah, choose the right category. Betul sangat. Betul sangat. And we hope in this podcast, we hope everyone that view and also listen to us appreciate the knowledge that Edmond and I share supaya you all tak disesatkan dengan information out there. Because there's so many information out there that if you want to become a champion or a competitive athlete, just take steroid. So that's the wrong information. So I'm inviting.
I think that there are actually too many gurus nowadays. Back then there were no gurus at all. Right. So limited. Now I think there are oversupply of gurus, oversupply of gurus, oversupply of trainers. It's a little bit dangerous. I think you just need to test water first.
Yes. And of course you kena tengok diorang punya credibility lah.
True.
So that's why I invite Edmond punya journey, and Edmond have won many competition. For those of you guys kat Singapore, Edmond dah share where to find him. So go find him there, get in touch with him. For those of you guys in KL, if you need help in terms of nutrition wise, I'm more than happy to help you. Just click the link, register for free consultation. Click on the link for free consultation. I'm more than happy to work and help you guys. All right. So that being said, thank you very much. I'll see you guys again in our next episode. Take care. Peace out.